Hey guys, what's up? Hey. Alright, let's see how this goes because I'm trying to do something very important here. I'm also uploading a video while I'm doing this live stream. So I'm going to wait for people to kind of join in here and I'm going to discuss because the title is probably going to be off-putting. And it is true. So I'm going to explain myself the best way I can. And I'm going to wait till people join in. Of course, today is Sunday, so I'm assuming not a lot of people are really doing much. Not till tomorrow, of course. So yeah, we'll wait for people to kind of drop in here. And this is an important topic. It is something that I am desperately needing to get out there. And like I said, I was doing a video. What's up, Elton? What's up, my man? So yeah, I do want to discuss this as quickly as possible. And if it gets out there, it gets out there. I'm going to start at the beginning, and then if other people come in, I'll reiterate and bring up more information about it. But yes, I do need to start looking for a roommate, and I'm going to explain why very soon. And I'm going to try my best not to get really emotional about it because I explained it in a video I'm uploading right now. It's like, it's about a 27-minute long video, but I'm going to talk face to face with you guys. And, what's up? What's up? What's up? Sorry, guys. I'm looking at the comments while I'm talking, so, you know. But anyway, all right, guys. So, you guys know that 7 months ago, a tragedy struck my life. My mother passed away. And it has not been something that I've been able to get over. I don't think anybody ever is going to understand what it's like. I freaking hate that I have to wake up every morning and go to bed every night seeing the images that I have to see. And I think a lot of people have told me that I need to go seek therapy, but I'm not psycho, okay? It's just, it was a huge shock to me. But I need to also just to kind of put it out there, I hope people understand I am autistic. I do have autism. I have a high-functioning form of autism called Asperger's syndrome, where I'm very intelligent, I'm very well-spoken, I'm able to talk to you guys, but I'm also very shy in person. The camera, at the beginning, when I started doing the YouTube videos, I was very shy, but I've been used to the camera. I haven't been afraid to be on camera for almost 12 years now. But I do have a developmental disorder in the brain, and that's the problem, is that I technically, as a 28-year-old, mentally, I'm a 10-year-old. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. There are different versions of autism that aren't out there, as far as, like, what's known. And a lot of people try to pair every single one of them up to just one autism. So Asperger's syndrome has been parodied, actually. If you ever watch an episode of Family Guy where Stewie builds, like, some robots, he jokingly says, "Oh my god, they have Asperger's, the smartest disability known to man." The unfortunate thing with autism and Asperger's is that I'm not able to work. I'm not able to have a job. And that's the thing I want to tell people, is that when I worked under the table. I do draw SSI and disability. And that is something that a lot of people don't like here in America, because normality is the basic thing. You know, there is a step-by-step process to being a normal person, apparently. So, and I'm not normal. So what I'm trying to say is, I am looking for a roommate. I'm looking for someone in Florida, specifically. I live in Sarasota. And I live in Sarasota with my aunt, my mom's sister. And she is kind of, I really don't feel like I care how she says it. It almost sounds like she's trying to push me out because she's thinking about herself. And I don't want to put a lot of bad juju on, like, her, but, you know, it just feels like I'm kind of put in a position of, holy shit, this is like, I need to start getting out now type situation. But she has a lot of good reasons. It just feels like it's about, like, her way of saying these things. It's all about her, what she wants, what she needs. And she's always talking about herself, but she keeps forgetting about me. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. Like, I could sit there and talk to her for about 20 minutes, and it's always about her. So it's very off-putting because I'm an afterthought to what her life is. And I want to be able to get away from that, but I'm also trying my best to find low-income housing units, and it's just hard during the pandemic. So I need to have options, and I wanted to see if anybody was interested in being my roommate. And, you know, you guys would have access to, you know, all this shit, 65-inch television, all the video games and the movies and shit that I have. It's, you know, my way of kind of bribing. But, it's just something I need to figure out, guys. It's not serious, but I'm hoping that it works out and this video kind of gets out there. If any of my subscribers really want me to be a roommate, it's totally up to you. What's up, Cody? I'm looking for the Mask, the animated series, Tim Curry toy. Oh, you're looking for Pretorius. Cool. Yeah, Pretorius was played by Tim Curry. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of people are kind of numb to autism, so I don't think a lot of people understand it. They just, like I said earlier in the video I'm uploading right now, a lot of people try to pair it off with other disabilities like retardation or Down syndrome or something like that. That's not what it is. It's an unfortunate developmental disorder that a lot of people are going to understand because the brain is a very complicated, complicated thing. It's not like it's been... Well, okay, so you guys know that our biggest thing that we have a hard time understanding usually has to do with the brain is a mental disability as far as like psychosis of some sorts. When people talk about mental illness is one of them. When it comes to the mental illness in this world, the bad things that happen in this world with like school shootings or just tragedy in general, those things aren't really paired with a disability. It's just unfortunate. The world is going through those things. And, you know, the mind is always a fickle thing. Aaron Hernandez, they tried studying his brain to figure out what happened. Those things, the brain in general is an organ that has not fully been studied to understand it, and that goes the same way with autism. And I think a lot of people need to understand that it's just an unfortunate circumstance of being misunderstood. And autism is something I've always tried to teach people. And as I'm talking to you guys live, I'm kind of mumbling over my words, but yeah, I just want to, it's got to be an education type thing. I got to teach people. It's something that I need to teach people, but because if I'm talking to a brick wall 24/7, it's going to feel like nobody cares, you know what I mean? So, oh, someone said you're not living in my house because you got Chucky. Chucky's your friend to the end, man. He ain't going to hurt you. Chucky's not going to hurt you. He's good. He's still in his box. He ain't got no weapons or anything as far as I'm aware. That video I did of when I reviewed him, though that was real, unfortunately, he didn't stab me or anything. He just told me he was trying to scare me. But he's my friend. He says he wants you for a best friend right there. You're good. Nothing's going to happen. Promise. He's not going to kill you. He's there. He's good. So, I didn't know Pretorius was a prototype. That's crazy. Hey, I got Code Red Mountain Dew, by the way. Yeah. So, anyway, moving away from the depressing bullshit, how's everybody else doing, huh? We'll see, I thought about this, and I'm going to be doing this eventually. You guys saw that I did an unboxing of this. This is all 5 films on 4K. I don't need what I have over here to the right. So, how's about we do a giveaway in the future? Who would want the complete Jurassic Park collection on Blu-ray? Includes, in this set, it includes the 3D version of Jurassic Park. So you have to have a 3D TV, of course. But if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I'll set something up. We'll do that. But, see? Free shit. Free stuff, guys. Who wants it? it's just, I'm not going to sit there and resell something like that if I'm only going to get like $10, $15. So I might as well give it away because I'm going to spend that much in shipping anyway, right? Someone said, ooh, Code Red. What's wrong with Code Red? There's nothing wrong with Code Red. You don't like cherry? Cherry's good, man. Actually, my favorite Mountain Dew is no longer available, actually. It's funny. I don't drink a lot of soda. This is a direct result of my friend Spike. He's a gamer, and we were playing video games the other day, and him and his friends and stuff like that, we were sitting there talking, and someone brought up the Doritos that I like, the purple bag, the sweet chili Doritos. And I'd said something about how Code Red and sweet chili Doritos are like the best thing that I used to do when I gamed a lot. I used to do that. And for whatever reason, I just went out and got some Code Red and some sweet chili Doritos. So, have you considered doing a Batman Forever soundtrack review? I have thought about doing a soundtrack collection, but how would I review a CD outside of just showing off everything? Because it would be like a two-minute video. I would probably do a collection of soundtracks because I do have a decent amount of soundtracks. I have about like 30 soundtracks, and some of them are very rare. They're like limited edition. Like I have this Godzilla 1998 soundtrack that was limited edition. It's the David Arnold composition, the score, and it was limited to 3,000 copies, and I have it over there. It's a 2-disc special edition. So yeah, I might do a soundtrack video. I might do that. Are you going to get Spider-Man Miles Morales? I'm gonna wait till I get my PS5. Actually, I might as well go ahead and say this. I got a deal for you guys. All right, you guys prepared for this? Because I'm gonna try my best to say it where it doesn't sound like you're getting the worst part of the deal. But I don't know how many people out there are financially inclined to get a PlayStation 5 right now, but I am. I had a friend of mine that forwarded me the money over, actually. He's a Power Ranger actor. He's a good friend of mine, and he's pretty much been a father figure to me for the past 11 years. You know, me and him have been very close. I've talked to him every night. He's been trying to help me out as much as he can. Anyway, point is, it was a Christmas gift. He wanted me to get the PS5. He sent me the money. And I can't get a damn PS5. So, I think everybody's having a hard time getting the PlayStation 5. Am I correct? Because of all these damn bots and scalpers out there. Speaking of which, if you guys did catch that video that I did of me bitching and moaning about the PlayStation 5, that was a skit. That was fake. It was not, I was not really upset about it. I can get it whenever the hell I want to, but, you know, I gotta be fast with my fingers, apparently, so... here's the deal. If I'm able to somehow get a PlayStation 5, the person that's able to get one to where I could start paying for it, and I'm able to secure a PlayStation 5, I will give whoever gets me that PlayStation 5 the PS4 for free. And I just need to be able to pay for my PlayStation 5. You don't have to pay for it. I don't have to sit here and struggle to sit here and get the damn system. But if you somehow secure me a PlayStation 5 to where I could pay for the damn thing, I will give you a PS4 for free. That is my deal. I don't know how that's going to work out. Somebody is able to somehow show me that it was shipped to my house or it's being shipped to my house or something like that. I don't know. It's something I'd have to figure out. There is going to be a huge thing about it because I got to be able to secure the fact that I'm able to send someone money or pay for it somehow without a problem, you know? Like PayPal would refund me the money if someone tried to scam me, so I'd probably have to do it that way. But, that would be an interesting way to get a PlayStation 5, to bribe somebody with my old PS4. Like, just straight up, for free. You get a PS4, one controller, and a charging dock. I may include Batman Arkham Knight in there for free as well, so you guys have a game to play. But, yeah. Like, we'll see how that goes. Let's see if that works out. That'd be an interesting development. and I would unbox it, review it, and shout this person out if they were able to get it for me. So, by the way, this is my coffee. This is the shit that's keeping me awake right now. Ugh. All right. Let's see. You got more comments coming in. I got heads of the Dorian toy from the Jim Carrey Mask film. That's pretty cool, man. I'm a huge fan of The Mask. I grew up on that movie when I was younger. My mom used to say I used to do the Cuban Pete in the kitchen all the time. So, yeah, it's a really interesting movie, but I've actually come to learn that people didn't like that movie if they read the comic books from Dark Horse because of how toned down and quietly, like, kid-friendly it was. Like, nobody else made a big deal out of the fact that The Mask was toned down to Batman and Robin levels of, kid-friendly. I'm saying that with a grain of salt because it's got some dark moments. But what I'm trying to say is in the comics, there is actually blood. There is death. There is the point that Stanley Ipkiss does not survive past the first issue of the comic. I've read the comics. I read the comics, and they're fun comic books. But a lot of people have made it to the point that The Mask, the movie, is the definitive, Bible. And a lot of people were bitching and moaning about how The Mask was going to get a female, a remake, but a remake in a darker tone, but a female was going to play The Mask. And funny that that's mentioned is because the first fucking comic book, Stanley Ipkiss's girlfriend, or his ex, puts the mask on and is the reason why Stanley Ipkiss is gone, dead, bye. Yeah, so it's an interesting concept, but still. Yes, I do think it's a classic. It's a 90s classic. We'll say it's a 90s classic because I differentiate classic with decade-based classics. A classic would be Gone with the Wind. No matter how racist it may come off nowadays, it's still a classic. A classic would also be something like The Sound of Music. Those are classical films. But a classic, 90s classic for me is Jurassic Park, The Mask. I'm trying to look at some of the stuff that I have over here. Yeah, those are classics. Jurassic Park is probably the most definitive 90s classic for me, and it always will be. But I won't say Batman Forever is a classic because it's kind of on the charts of teetering to being one of the worst Batman movies ever. But I don't care what other people say. I enjoy it for what it is. It seems like no matter what they do, somebody's got a problem every time. Man, I'm going to tell you, the many people that I have experienced within the multiple fan bases that I've been a part of, it seems like a lot of people are uneducated or they just don't know what the hell they're talking about, like Star Wars, okay? I experienced the whole disconnect between the prequels, which I grew up with. So, The Phantom Menace, I enjoyed it when I was a kid. Me and my cousin were big fans of The Phantom Menace. I went as Darth Maul for Halloween that year, and he went as Obi-Wan. But when Episode 2 came out, I wasn't as big of a fan of it. And then Episode 3 came out, it was a huge deal, because it was the end of the saga. But I was about 14, 15 years old when Episode 3 came out, and I remember people saying that it sucked. Or that the prequels in general sucked. And they said George Lucas ruined the franchise with all three of those films. And I was like, okay, so I don't care. I enjoyed it. And for the longest time, the prequels became like the bantha fodder of the Star Wars universe. People didn't enjoy it until the sequel series came out. The Force Awakens was kind of enjoyed, but there were still people out there that were putting things out there like, it was too much like it was too much like A New Hope. Like it was a direct copy paste, film, and people didn't enjoy that. The second one came out, The Last Jedi. They turn around and sit there and say, "Oh, it's nothing like the Star Wars movies we grew up with." And I was just like, "Wait a minute! Didn't you just 3 years ago say something about how it was too much like the Star Wars movie that you liked?" And then the new one came out, and they just said it was too much like Return of the Jedi. And I'm just like, it's never ending. It's a back and forth bitch and moan situation with the Star Wars fans. Same thing happens with Batman. The casting is the biggest issue. Heath Ledger. Nobody wanted Heath Ledger as the Joker, apparently. There's a huge story about it and how Heath Ledger didn't like he was called Brokeback Joker. Because he played in Brokeback Mountain. But again, after he died, he was very much loved, and he's been characterized as an infamous Joker. Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton wasn't liked as Batman when it first came out. There's a whole video of them interviewing people. Says, I don't think he could fit the role of Batman. He's a comedic actor and things like that. He was in Mr. Mom and Moonlighting and stuff like that. It's It is what it is, but fans are always going to fucking hate each other, apparently, and hate the movies that they represent. I went along with the riot with the sequels. Did you? Well, I mean, opinions are opinions, but it's just an inconsistent, it's an inconsistent, like how the way the reviewers review movies, all three of those movies got solid scores except for the last one. I think the third movie got like a 57, so it was underneath the Terminator. I saw the word Terminator. Tomato meter. But I don't like to classify Rotten Tomatoes as a definitive review source. It's just, it is what it is. But the first and second movie, The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, did in fact get good reviews from critics. The fan base, on the other hand, there's a huge disconnect. So there was a huge problem about social justice warrior discussion when it came to Rey and Vice Admiral Holdo. Here's the thing. They were trying to argue that women in general, the Mary Sue discussion, having all these powers and how they're trying to shoehorn a character with these powers and stuff like that. Does anybody remember Princess Leia or frickin' Padme? Because those characters were super strong in a sense. I mean, Princess Leia was Force. She did have the Force. We all know that. I don't know Padme didn't. She was just a senator. But what I'm trying to say is that these characters, when there's a strong female lead nowadays, people have a problem with it. Mulan, fuck Mulan. She was good in the cartoon, but she's a bitch in these movies, apparently. Star Wars, freaking Captain Marvel. People hated Captain Marvel because she's a strong female superhero, she's always been since the comics. I'm just telling you. I point this shit out. There is a hypocrisy in all fan bases. How much would you bet in the next Sonic movie, we're probably going to have a problem with a female Sonic character? I think that's going to be a problem. Is there a female Sonic character like an animal? I know Tails is a boy, even though it doesn't come off like Tails is a boy, but he's a boy. I don't remember. I haven't played any recent Sonic games, so I'm sure there is. So people are going to hate Sonic. They hated Sonic before Sonic even came out. You think the sequels are better than the prequels? I think the third movie was the best of the three. The third movie definitely was the best of the three because it was a lot more dramatic. I fucking hate that scene with Anakin and Padme where she's in that skimpy, saucy little outfit outside on the balcony and she's just like, so love has blinded you? Like, that whole damn the dialogue for that was just like, what's going on? What did he say? Like, it's so cheesy, but otherwise, the third movie, I was very hyped up for. I liked the fact that they were ending the saga on how Anakin finally became Darth Vader, and, you know, it was a very emotional, like, climax, and I enjoyed it. I remember sitting in the theater, and I was just like, whew, this is a roller coaster. Me and my cousin were really, really big into the Star Wars universe. When we were younger, we had our own Jedi Academy. This is going to be funny, because I really wish he was here right now. This would be a funny thing. We had our own Jedi Academy, and we trained our younger cousin, or my younger cousins, his brothers, as Padawans. And I really hated that every time that I had to be stuck with one of my cousins, he would always turn to the dark side, and I felt like a failure. So, but Bo pointed out later, my cousin said that, well, Obi-Wan's Padawan turned to the dark side, and he's still one of the greatest legends in the history of the Jedi. And I'm just like, shit, you right. So, I also happen to own a rare vintage banner of Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. That's cool, man. I have that Inspector Gadget one up there. The banner is up there. It's rolled up right now. You can see it above my window. But I gotta have my sunlight, man. I'm not a vampire. Do you make popcorn in that popcorn machine behind you? Yes, I do. I haven't made it recently just because the last time I made popcorn was with my mom. We were watching Zombieland 2. It was the last movie that I watched with her. And I haven't really felt like making popcorn in the popcorn machine lately, but, you know, I'm also trying to, like I said, the title of this video is for me to look for a roommate. So I'm trying to still kind of put that out there. So if you guys are looking for some kind of way for your, you know, the rent in your apartment or your house to go down, I'm there, fam. Let's get that bread. All this shit in this room can be accessible to yours if you guys let me live in a bedroom. So let's see. But yes, I do make popcorn. The original and prequel Star Wars is way better than the crappy Disney sequels. I don't agree. I still think that Episode 2 is the worst of the saga. That includes the Disney sequels. I think Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, was just really an unnecessary love story that took place in between the birth of Anakin as a kid and the story of telling his story and then him turning to the dark side. It felt like, I've been telling you, Episode 2 was a filler movie, and I never liked that movie. I never liked Episode 2. I enjoyed the Clone Wars story, but that was like the last 20 minutes of the film, and we have a whole TV show based around that, and that's why I don't like Episode 2. I get they wanted to have that emotional connect between Anakin and Padme, but I just don't like the romantic aspect of the whole thing. The damn movie is called Star Wars. There is not Love Wars or whatever you want to call it. But it is what it is. I still just do not like Episode 2. Which masked villain do you like, Dorian or Pretorius? I don't know. Dorian was just a lanky, angry boyfriend of Tina Carlisle. He wasn't really a threat. He was more just like a really generic ass like bully who happened to get a hold of the mask. That's why he wasn't much of a threat in the movie until he got the mask. But I mean, Pretorius is a decapitated head with spider legs, so I don't know, probably Pretorius. He's got the mind and the scientific know-how. And he's got that big galoot that he calls a bodyguard. Forgot what his name was. Damn. It starts with a W. I can't remember what it was. It's over here. Let's see. I have no idea where the name for this is. I can't remember. Someone's going to point it out. I'm going to look at this one because I do have this. Walter. There you go. I knew it started with a W. I agree with you on Attack of the Clones. As a kid, I always skipped to the Jedi stuff at the end. Well, it's good that someone agrees with me. It's Star Wars fans are not easy to review to, because it seems like a lot of people want you to say that unless you say that Empire Strikes Back is your favorite Star Wars movie, then you're not a true Star Wars fan. So I tell them I like what I like, and you just go screw yourself. Like, I'm not going to sit there and cater to, the Empire Strikes Back cult. It's definitely, Empire is a great movie and a great sequel, but it's not my favorite Star Wars movie. And a lot of people love Return of the Jedi, but I don't chew their ass out for it, so it is what it is. least Episode 2 had some actual war storytelling. Episode 1 was basically a racing movie. No, it wasn't. There was like maybe... Star Wars Episode 1, I honestly thought you were going to finish that sentence off with it was more of a political movie, which yes, that movie is about more bureaucratic bullshit than anything. The racing aspect, the pod racing, only was like maybe 10-15 minutes out of a 2-hour movie. So, yeah. I'm just letting you know. It was only out of a 2-hour film, 10-15 minutes. That was all that was. But I think it was more of a bureaucratic film than anything. The Rise of the Empire, the Fall of the Jedi. That was what they were trying to go for. But we just had a really, really, really odd actor playing Anakin Skywalker. My name's Anakin and I'm a person. Little shit. It's no wonder his ass has been in and out of a mental institution lately. Jake Lloyd, man, I feel bad for him, but whew, what a life. My next video uploaded? Okay, good. Go watch it. I break down for a little bit. I actually kind of have a heart-to-heart moment with you guys, so I'm being honest. I do need to eventually try to get a roommate. It's totally up to you guys. So, if it wasn't for Episode 2, my favorite Star Wars would never gotten the 20... That's true. That is very true, and I'm going to be honest with you. The Clone Wars aspect existed way before Episode 2. It's mentioned in A New Hope. I just feel like maybe it could have been redone. It could have been done differently. Where it should have flourished and where it should have been focused was the story of Sifo Dyas and his story arc of how he ordered the clones and all this stuff. This information is just kind of backstory and a MacGuffin throughout the whole thing. I don't know. I still think Episode 2 is the worst of the franchise. I'm sorry. I've never enjoyed that movie. I even went to go see it in theaters, and both me and my cousin kind of came out and said, what the fuck was that? Episode 3, that was more of a Star Wars film, but, you know. Yeah, Rise of Skywalker is a fun conclusion, though I do have my problems with it, not gonna lie. And even more so now that I've seen the absolute, definitive, like, rewrite. Apparently there's, like, a different script that made a hell of a lot more sense. There's also some visual drawings showing some pretty cool stuff, but otherwise, no, I agree. I think definitely I had more fun with the Rise of Skywalker than most Star Wars movies. I actually had more fun with that than Solo. I thought Solo was a okay movie, but we didn't need Solo. Hey Cody, what was your best Kids WB promos and bumpers? Mine is Ozzy and Drex. Any of the promos that I used to watch, it was in between. I watched Kids WB mostly for Pokemon and Batman Beyond. Those were my two favorite shows on Kids WB, but otherwise, I mean, I was caught in between Batman Beyond and Pokemon, and in between that would have been like Jackie Chan Adventures and, you know, The Mummy. I actually have a whole Kids WB collection over here, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was another one, so. The sequels are trash garbage. The Last Jedi was more like POTC at World's End. I don't know what that means, man. Sorry. And I don't think it's fair to call, you know, a movie trash or garbage. You guys got to remember that there are worst movies out there. There are definitely worse movies out there than the Star Wars franchise, and I'm going to list one off right now. Have you guys seen Tommy Wiseau's epic masterpiece called The Room? There are definitely worse movies out there, and I'm just being absolutely honest with you. There are people out there that hate our movies that we grew up with. Back in the 90s, we got a lot of our movies that I loved that got hate were like Hocus Pocus. Though that is a definitive Halloween movie for this generation, people didn't like the movie in the 90s. It just got a really big cult following because it aired on Disney Channel all the time. We were kids. We didn't review movies. We enjoyed what we fucking enjoyed. And, you know, there is a lot of stuff out there that just don't get a lot of great reviews. People don't like the movie Titanic because it's the twilight of the 90s, but, you know, it's a great, you know, romantic movie, and I don't really like romance movies, so I'm trying to think. A lot of horror movies get hate. Did you know that critics hated Friday the 13th, and Friday the 13th is one of the most low-rated bigger franchise horror films? As far as I'm aware, a lot of their movies are poorly rated, like, by critics. They're all in the between the 10, 13, and 15 percentile, with the exception of the first one, which is like a 68%, but still, that's pretty low. Yeah, Friday the 13th wasn't enjoyed, but they're still fun to watch. So, worst reboot for me was Hellboy, the 2019 film. I agree, I hated that movie, and I got it for free to review, and it still wasn't worth it. It's still sitting on my shelf. Lionsgate sent that to me, and I watched it, and I was like, what the hell is that? It's not a good movie. What new 4K movies are you looking to pick up? Man, I've got a list. I do have a list. I think my last 4K pickup was this box set here, Jurassic Park. And I'm sitting here watching these. They look great in 4K. Universal does a great job with them. But if I had a list of 4K movies I wanted to pick up, I want to finish getting the rest of the Dark Knight trilogy. I only got the Dark Knight. I need to get Batman Begins and the Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight Rises is actually going on sale for like $10 on Black Friday at Best Buy, I think. So that would complete all my Batman movies as far as, you know, the main franchise. I need to get the rest of the Star Wars movies. I need to get Force Awakens and The Last Jedi and Solo and Rogue One to complete my collection. I'm trying to think, what else did I want? I got a list somewhere. I just don't have a definitive list. But the worst thing about that film was no Ron Perlman. Yeah, I agree. Ron Perlman knocked Hellboy out of the park. Did you know that James Cameron almost made a Spider-Man movie? Yes, I did. I remember before Tobey Maguire was even cast as Spider-Man, there was talk about, I think Leonardo DiCaprio was supposed to play Spider-Man or something like that. I can't remember. But, do you have a favorite DCOM? Yes. I do actually have a favorite DCOM. Damn. I'm going to tell you guys this, but you guys got to, you know, because I've already told you about my autism and stuff, so this one hits a little bit more closer to home. It's called True Confessions. Have you guys ever heard of it? Shia LaBeouf plays an autistic kid, and his sister is pretty much like a pre-internet vlogger who's around with a camera and stuff like that, and she's pretty much telling the story of her life, but she's trying to protect her brother who has autism, and there's just a lot of really mean-spirited people that pick on him. I think it's the only DCOM that uses the utilization of the word retard, actually. And it's meant well, but it's, you know, to teach. It's a teaching tool. So if you guys have never seen True Confessions, it's actually on Disney+. I recommend you guys go see it. So, I got an unpopular opinion. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is amazing. I don't have a problem with Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I don't have a problem with any of the Jurassic Park films. They are what they are. Let's see, I've read some of these comments already. I'm trying not to miss any comments. Did you review merch from Disney films like Disney's Inspector Gadget? Yes, I did. I do have some cool stuff for the Inspector Gadget movie. I reviewed the McDonald's figure, which I do have. It's complete up there. I've shown off my banner. I've got an autograph from Matthew Broderick. I don't know, what else do I have for that movie? There's a lot of stuff, but still. Let's see. I'm someone who likes all the Terminator movies after Terminator 2. I wasn't a big fan of... What was the one that was before this recent one? What is that one called? It's so forgettable, and I can't even remember the title for it. It has Emilia Clarke playing Sarah Connor. I can't remember, but I did not like that movie. Let's see. Next time you post on the Big Digital Movie Group, say hi. I will. I mean, right now I'm banned on Facebook for another 25 days because I pissed someone off with my very intellectual conversations. So I'm going to fix this real quick because, see that back... Everybody's like, can you, like, show off your collection and stuff? This background shows it all off. And that's why you guys usually see this background. It's beautiful setup. I like it. Represents my room very well. I own more collectibles from the Inspector Gadget, an unknown PVC figure of Inspector Gadget, a Disney Adventure magazine, and my rarest blockbuster VHS Inspector Gadget. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to see that. I didn't even know they did a PVC figure of the Inspector Gadget movie. That's cool. Yes, Genesis. That's what it's called. Favorite cartoon of all time, Batman the Animated Series. I know that's a really weird stretch, but I just absolutely love that cartoon. It's something it's got so much rewatchable value. It's great story, great animation, groundbreaking visual effects. Great voice acting. You guys, great. Awesome TV show. Second to none, probably Animaniacs, if I had to do a comparison. What's up, Xenomorph? Thanks for joining in on this really random-ass conversation where it's titled, Cody is... Well, it doesn't say my name anywhere. It says, I'm looking for a roommate, but, you know, we're talking about nerd stuff. Do you like Ah Real Monsters? Yes, I do. I do have it over here. I do have the... I've got an extensive library of 90s TV shows over here, so I've done a video on all of it, so, yeah. Okay. You ever watch Showdown in Little Tokyo? You should do a review. I'd like to know your thoughts. I'll have to check it out. Lately, a lot of my movie watching has been dwindled down to, what I get from reviewers and stuff, or review companies, but I mean, I haven't really had a lot of time to watch a lot of TV lately. I've been, first off, trying to rebuild my bicycle. I found a junker bicycle, and I'm trying to find parts for it and rebuild it, so right now I'm having a hard... If anybody here, I'm going to ask you a question. Anybody here an expert with bikes? Because I haven't gotten a definitive answer for this, but every time I'm trying to ride the bike, I'm going uphill, and it seems like the pedals are tightening, and I keep hearing this clicking noise. It's like constantly, when you're putting pressure on the pedals, it's tightening, and then you hear a click that loosens it, and then it tightens again. So I don't know what it is. I've tried looking. There's a lot of answers, but nothing's definitive, so I need to figure that out. But I think I have a theory. It may be something else. Do you enjoy the Florida Man memes now that you live in that place? Look, I enjoyed them when I lived in Alabama, but, you know, Florida is a really interesting place. I live in a very beautiful part of Florida where it's all ocean and palm trees. We just recently experienced that Hurricane Zeta or whatever it was called. Zeta. I can't remember what it was called. Something. It was called something. Or Ada. It was called Ada. And we got like a lot of the wind and the rain and stuff like that. And we live right next to the ocean. Like I could literally walk or bicycle, be there in 2 minutes to the beach. It's a very beautiful area. But like I said, I gotta find a roommate. Hopefully soon. If you guys want to have access to all these nostalgic TV shows and you guys want a roommate, you guys, I'm bribing. I'm serious. It'll be a good time. Until I can figure out my own situation. I just need a temporary place. It has Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren. That's actually a really good cast. I would check it out, actually. So, you got an Ozzy and Drake style guidebook that has rare photo. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Ozzy and Drex. It's something that I remember that used to be on TV, the TV show, and then there was a movie for it we used to watch in science class, but I was too old. I was in high school or middle school by the time of that, and I had no appeal to it, so. But will I get a Baby Yoda? Is that what will get me a house if I have Baby Yoda? You settle for Chucky. Chucky is gonna be there. No, I've actually been eyeballing the idea of getting a Baby Yoda. They just did an animatronic one that looks pretty cool, but I mean, it's an afterthought thing. I've had people sending me stuff lately, fan mail and stuff. Somebody's bound to send me something Baby Yoda related. So, who knows? But as far as fan mail goes, I keep trying to tell people, if you guys want to send me fan mail, you guys can email me and ask for the address, and I'll give you the address to send stuff to. Whether it be a letter, a DVD for a movie that you guys recommend, I don't care. I'll review it, I'll do it, and I'll keep the letter. I'll probably put it on a cork board one day. I got letters from a lot of people that, tell me that they really enjoy my content, so yeah, and it gives me a chance to be one-on-one with my subscribers too, so it is what it is. Alright, I'm putting this down. Yeah. Let's see if we get any more comments. Can you tell me the backstory about why you're not a fan of Ozzy Is it because... No, it's because I was getting a little too old for cartoons around the time that there's a specific point in my life where I actually thought I was going to grow up and get away from things like this. And that was when I started getting in middle school. And at that time, it was actually really hard for me just to be a fan of superhero movies, because at the time they were putting out like the Spider-Man movies and stuff like that with Tobey Maguire. And I was like super hyped about it. I'd talk about it at the lunchroom, and they were just like, you like Spider-Man? Grow up type thing. You know what I mean? So I just kind of kept to myself, and eventually I kept it a secret, but I turned myself off from cartoons and more or less focused on, a brand called Tokusatsu, or it's a type of brand, it's a word for it. Tokusatsu is like, Godzilla, Power Rangers, Super Sentai, things like that. And, that was my love for a while, and that's why my channel actually used to be strictly a Power Rangers channel, and now that's not a thing anymore. So, by the way, how'd you guys like that review of the Psycho Rangers team set that I did? It's over there. You guys can see it right here. That figure set. I've seen a lot of people that really enjoyed that video. I got a lot of likes and a lot of comments on it, so it was pretty cool. Not a lot of love for the Flipmobile for whatever reason, because I thought this would be something people would have enjoyed. This damn thing's cool to me. I don't care what people say. They got John Goodman and frickin' Rick Moranis in the Flipmobile here on display. That's awesome. And it's got clickety claps. So, yeah, sit that over there. Stay true to yourself. I love talking geeky. Yeah, it's a lot more accepted now because there's just so many people have come out and said that they really thought, when they come out and say that they're a nerd or a fan of something, they said they always tried to hide it because society wasn't a big fan. But now that there's conventions and worldwide praise, there's some really cute girls that go to conventions and are nerdy. It's a little bit more accepted now, so I can be comfortable with it. Are you picking up any more Batman Forever merchandise? God, I hope not soon. I really need to get a shelf specifically for Batman Forever. But I do have a list of things that I do want to get. I eventually want to complete the figure set. I want to get a Batmobile, the light-up Batmobile. I want to get the Gotham Guardians set that has the more accurate Riddler and Two-Face, and then the Batman and Robin one. I want to get the plush figures. I want to get the Batcave. I want to get the Wayne Manor set. I want it all. Damn it. Favorite Batman animated series episode? Heart of Ice. Easily Heart of Ice. Heart of Ice is probably one of the more recognized episodes. But if I had to definitively say what my favorite episodes to watch is, anything with the Joker, man. Mark Hamill as the Joker is great, but the one episode that always stood out to me was Heart of Ice because it made you feel bad for the villain. You usually don't get that, especially in a kid's cartoon. You don't feel bad for someone like Doofenshmirtz and Phineas and Ferb, so yeah. Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. And that's really weird that I bring that up because I did start watching cartoons again later on in life, and my cousin, I used to watch Phineas and Ferb with him when I babysitted. So every time that came on, it was just way too catchy not to say. What about Batman and Robin 1997 merchandise? I have this big ass banner that I really freaking love. First of all, it's a huge banner. It takes up my wall. Look, this is my couch. Okay, that's a couch that fits a queen size bed in it, by the way. So it gives you a perspective of how big this damn thing is. And yeah, that's a thing. And guess how much I paid for it? I paid $10 for this bitch. That is a huge banner. It probably stood outside of like freaking or was hanging from like a New York building or something. It feels like how big that damn thing is. It's huge. It's a huge banner. It's like 72 foot, or not 72 foot, 72 inches. I think it's about 8 foot, to be honest. An 8 foot banner, and it was like 72 inches in length, or something like that. I can't remember. I'm guesstimating. Whatever the guy put on eBay. Oh shit. Fucked up my camera. Question for you. Do you review Mattel toys like that, Buzz Lightyear stuff? I've got to have them. I've got to have access to a lot of this stuff because when people ask me to review things, they got to remember I don't get review copies of everything. I don't make money off of this channel, so I don't have revenue to go purchase some of this stuff. So if you want me to review something specifically, like I said, you guys can send it to me. I'm all for reviewing anything that anyone sends to me, as long as it isn't a case of brand new shiny like dildos or something like that, because I can't review those. If you want that, you're gonna have to go to Wet Movie 1's channel. Wet Movie 1 loves reviewing dildos. By the way, this channel, it can go from very heartfelt and fun to very raunchy and dark in like an instant. So be prepared for the roller coaster. Get the fuck off. I'm just telling you. You don't know what's gonna happen. And I'm surprised Brendan hasn't hopped in. His lazy ass is probably asleep because he's been hanging out with Danny all damn day or all damn weekend. So yeah, people didn't know this. Me and Brendan are huge friends. We've been really good friends for almost 12, or it's been almost 11 years. Sorry. Do I have a Facebook page? Yes. Go to Growing Up in the 90s. That's where my page is. I don't have a Cody's House of Geek page, but my Growing Up in the 90s page, that is my page that I made almost 10 years ago. So, yeah. Go to that. You ever going to do a meetup with Wet Movie? That would be an awesome video. I already did. I did in 2016. It's one of his older videos from 2016. Eventually, I'm going to go back to Cali, but yeah, it's, I'll try to, I don't know what the video is called. I think it's called Night in the Life. It's like Night in the Life or something like that. You'll see a picture of me in the thumbnail. So, but yeah, I did one in 2016. So, I did do that. But yeah, me and Brendan have been really good friends, and yesterday he finally acknowledged me as a crew member on a live stream, so... Hey Cody, does anyone have a Nintendo 64? I used to. I used to have a 64, but I got rid of it. So, I was holding out for a damn Nintendo 64 Mini, and it never happened. California was actually pretty cool. At the time when I went, it was an overwhelming experience because I went everywhere. I was there for a whole week. My friend from the UK came down from the UK, and we all like got an Airbnb together, and we stayed in California outside of Pasadena, and we were about like 10-15 minutes away from the Hollywood Walk of Fame, so we went to the Hollywood sign and the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which, by the way, I did do a video when I did go to California. So if you guys want to check that video out, it's called My California Adventure. You guys will have to look for it. But I went to a Power Ranger convention because I was working for the guy who played Lord Zed. May he rest in peace. He was a really good friend of mine, Robert Axelrod. And, I was working his table. I was working Kerrigan Mahan, who played the voice of Goldar. I worked his table. And we all went to a restaurant, and we all went out to eat and hung out. So I had a pretty fun experience. But it's about an hour-long video where I go to the beach and I go to Universal Studios. I drop my damn camera on the Jurassic Park ride as the T-Rex is about to eat me. I think you guys will like that video. It's called My California Adventure. So if you guys want to go look for it, it's in my videos. So go watch it. Go watch that video. You guys will have fun with it. But yeah, California was fun. I wish there was one thing that I did want to catch on camera, and I feel bad that I didn't. But I was walking down the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and of course, all those places, they have a lot of like really good restaurants and stuff like that. Way too expensive. And I was walking down there, and who do I see coming out of a restaurant? Anybody want to take a guess? Please take a guess. I'm going to give you guys a chance to guess. This is going to be a fun game. And I'll tell you the end result of it, because you guys will either laugh, or you'll think it's cool, or you'll be like, dude, fuck that guy. But it's a very famous person. Let's say that. You guys comment, tell me who you think it was. I might have told this story before, but if you guys tell me, no, it wasn't Mickey Mouse. He didn't come out saying, oh boy, hi, Cody, are you going to Disney? No, bitch, I'm going to Universal Studios because I can't afford both. I prefer movies over Disney. You motherfucker, I'm going to ban you for life. Anybody ever heard Mickey Mouse curse before? Message retracted. Okay, cool. So nobody's gonna take a guess. No, it wasn't Tom Cruise. It wasn't Tom Cruise. I'm gonna go ahead and keep guessing. I'm sure someone's gonna be like, just tell us already. Hey, it was Jack Nicholson. He walked outside and he said, fuck you, Cody. No, he actually flipped the bird. He flipped the bird at me because I said, what's up, Jack? He just like, I got flipped off by the Joker, yo. I thought that was pretty fucking cool. But, you know, where the thing is that there are paparazzi is every fucking where in California and Hollywood. So maybe he thought I was a paparazzi, but I wasn't. So I just said hi. I didn't ask for an autograph. I didn't ask for a picture. He was with his wife. It was a very, very respectable thing. I had everything put back, and he still flipped me the fuck off. But I was honored, man. I'm gonna wear that badge with pride. So, yeah, that was a pretty fun experience, man. Yeah, but yeah, California was fun. I went to Venice Beach. I did record some great footage of Venice Beach. They call it Muscle Beach. Like I said, I went to Universal Studios. I recorded Simpsons Land. I recorded Harry Potter Land. I went on the Jurassic Park ride. What else did I put in that video? I recorded footage of me hanging out with Brendan in there. So if you guys want to see more footage, I went to, what was it called? Amoeba Records was one of his places that he liked taking people. No, I did not meet Gabe. I was thinking about when I was out there, I was going to hang out with Brendan, Gabe, and Fluffy, and possibly Danny, and see if I could hang out with all of them. But they were all over the place. Fluffy was in his own, it was doing his own thing, and he really wanted to, but he was just so busy. I think he was out of town during that time, actually. Gabe, I just don't think Gabe was just really up to hanging out. So it is what it is. Next time I go to California, I feel like Brendan's going to have to try to get everyone out there. But that may happen very soon. Once the pandemic lifts, I plan on eventually going to California to start a comedy career. Because I do on the side do my own comedy stuff. And I've had people tell me I should start doing stand-up. And my friend, the Power Ranger actor, has an agent, and he's, you know, wanting to put me in the spotlight. So who knows? I may be coming to a TV screen near you with my own Netflix special, which is apparently a bad thing nowadays. Like, I want to do impressions. Like, I like doing impressions. And some of my favorite impressions include, like, presidential stuff, like, hey everybody, my name's Donald Trump. I love building walls, and everybody else loves hopping walls. I think we're doing a great job. Absolutely great. Everybody will enjoy this. But yeah, I'm trying to do Bill Clinton, and I'm catching myself because I don't know how to transition. That's what I got to work on. Damn it, Donald. You don't know how to build walls. Everybody hates your damn wall. It fell over during a hurricane. I don't know. Am I watching The Mandalorian? Yes, I have. I just got done watching yesterday. I think I watched the 3rd episode. Was it yesterday? I think it was. What about a David Hyde Pierce voice? Can you do his voice? Probably not. I've got a specific amount of voices that I do. And I gotta work on them. Like, I could do Owen Wilson. Wow, everybody, how are you doing? It's Owen Wilson. Have you guys ever seen the movie Wedding Crashers? Played with Vince Vaughn. What about cars? I'm a talking car. Nobody knows how my mouth moves and what's going on. Those cars, I don't know how that works. How are they alive? Wow. Where in Florida do I live? I live in Sarasota, Florida. Tim Allen. I don't know. I could do the grunts and I could do the I don't know. But let's see, what else can I do? Let's see. One of my favorite ones that I do all the time that a lot of people like is Patrick. Hey everybody, it's the new Krusty Krab 2 manager. I'm trying to figure out the name of that damn sundae. Triple Gooberberry Sunrise, that's what it was. Hey barkeep, can we get 2 triple berry goober sunrises over here? The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. Wait, we are caveman, SpongeBob. We have technology. I would love Bryce Dallas Howard to direct a Star Wars movie. She directed 2 episodes. Yeah, I saw that she directed the 2 episodes in The Mandalorian. She did a great job. I think she's doing great. Did I get a PlayStation 5? Hell no! I did not get a PlayStation 5 because life does not like giving me good things. I have the money, I can't get one. That is the biggest fuck you I've had in my life all damn year, okay? I was on Walmart all 4 times, and I was pissed. I had it in my cart, I checked out, and the damn thing, they just said, out of stock, out of stock. Like, it was like Dennis Nedry from Jurassic Park. You didn't say the magic word. Like, I kept hearing that shit in my fucking head every 3 hours. I want a PS5. I've heard about the issues, but they've patched it. They patched the issue. Everybody's sitting here talking about the issues. Here's the thing. People are always quick to spread the bad news before the good news, and it spreads faster. So when the PlayStation 5 started having its issues with the external hard drive playing PS4 games and bricking the consoles, people started sharing that more. But people didn't share that PlayStation did an immediate patch to prevent it. So the issue is done and over with. I'm just letting you guys know. But have you been looking at what's going on this year with Black Friday? Yeah, I mean, I already kind of got some Black Friday deals. I'll show you, because I did talk about it before. Let me show you some of the things that I got. Hang on. Give me just a second. Hang on. I gotta get it off the shelf. Hang on. I'm getting it. Hang on. Where is it? There. Alright. So, Best Buy, man. Best Buy coming out on top with some great deals. I was able to get Goonies for $10 on 4K, so that was a great deal, $10. I was able to get this for $7. I already did a review of that, Scoob. I had a $10 credit on Best Buy, so I technically got these both together, both of these on 4K for $2. With a $1 mela. Okay. So I was able to get Joker and Birds of Prey pretty much for $2. So all in all, I got 4 movies for $20. That's how much I spent on all 4 of these. And I thought that was a great deal. Me and my wheelin' dealin'. Oh, also, I do have the digital code for all 5 Jurassic Park movies here on 4K. So if you're interested in it, let me know. I'm going to try to sell it for a total of... So each movie on 4K, it's 5 movies, 2, 4, 6, 8. I'll do it for $10. $10 for 5 movies, right there. I also have... Which one is the other one that I had that was over here? Forgot. Oh, I do have Scoob. Scoob, I do have... I'll do that for $4. $4. Actually, I will give you guys my information real quick. PayPal. If you guys want to donate money through PayPal, because I've heard a lot of YouTubers are doing this, my PayPal is rangercollector62492@gmail.com. If you guys want to donate something to PayPal. I've had people asking me if they can donate stuff, because I don't have a super chat option in these live streams. That's because I don't make money off of these, but people have been wanting to donate money for me to pick certain things up to review. I am 28 years old, my dude. 28. I'm old as fuck. I'm old. Oh, like the Crypt Keeper. Actually, speaking of that, I did do an Instagram exclusive video yesterday on my Instagram called I'm Gonna Make You Feel Old. I'm gonna make you guys feel old right now. Yesterday, the very first Harry Potter movie turned 19! 19 years old. Everybody start getting your canes ready. We'll all walk together in shame. How do you know the guy who played Trey of Triforia? He's just a really good friend of mine. He's like a father figure to me. He's actually called me. He said he feels like I'm the son that he never had. So maybe one day I'll have him on camera. He's a good friend. I wish I wasn't live streaming on video, because then I can just do a thing where I can call him, but I have a phone. That's all I have. That's all I use is a phone. I don't have a computer anymore because my computer is a 7-year-old piece of shit. So, but yeah, if you guys want to donate money to the channel and stuff like that, so I can pick up stuff that you recommend, like retro toys, and you guys want me to review things, donate to my PayPal, rangercollector62492. Can I comment that in the comments? Can I do that? Can I comment the... Can I? You're 31 as a week ago. Oh, congrats, my dude. I cannot wait to get there myself. So, what is one film or series you want to see on Blu-ray? I've been advocating for this movie to be released through the Disney Movie Club. Inspector Gadget for the movie. I want to see that movie released on Blu-ray. I don't care how many people hate that movie. I love it. And a TV series? Probably Animaniacs. I think that show needs to be released on Blu-ray. It's a great show. If you would have asked me that 3 years ago, I would have said Batman the Animated Series. But, you know, clearly we have that now. So... we need Spider-Man the Animated Series on Blu-ray. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Should be able to put it in the comments. Look, I'm sitting here pushing... okay, so I'm pushing the comment thing, and I'm looking at it now. It says chat viewing options. Top chat, live chat, none. Hide all chat messages. I do not have a way of commenting. So that's weird. Save highlight. What... okay, I don't know what I just did. Am I still here? I'm sure. Which poster on the Blu-ray for Disney's Inspector Gadget based on the VHS and DVD? Okay, so I have, the banner that I have actually has Matthew Broderick as Inspector Gadget, so. My favorite poster is always going to be the VHS artwork. There is a promotional image of, like it's a black photo, it's like a solid black background. It has a gear, and it has a silhouette of Inspector Gadget as a promo photo. That's a pretty cool image. But otherwise, yeah, that's, you know, the poster art for the VHS or the DVD is my favorite, so. Yeah, that does suck, doesn't it? I'll put it in my information. If I need to put it in my information, my PayPal, so you guys can, if you guys wanted to send money, I'll put it in after the video. You guys keep an eye out. Or I'll put it in information in my, the description of my, my channel, if you guys wanted to donate. So I guess just keep an eye out. I'll put a link or something like that. But I'm going to say it slowly now. It's Ranger, R-A-N-G-E-R, Collector, 62492 at gmail.com. Do you guys get it? It's all one word. I'll send you the money, you send me the pics. Sure, why not? Mr. Stark. Mr. Stark's in here. You just taken a step into a larger universe, Mr. Stark. He's back from the dead, you guys. Tony Stark is back from the dead. He didn't die after he did the snap. He just transitioned into the YouTube. He's living inside YouTube. What's up, Mortal Kombat? What are you talking about? Like, are you asking me what's up with the movie? As far as I know, it's, you know, the word that I've heard, the director said he doesn't want to release the movie until the pandemic's over. So, all right. Oh, there you go. Am I a Mortal Kombat fan? I am. I used to play the video games, and I used to. I watched the movie a lot, and I do have actually a Blu-ray that is completely signed by the entire cast, with the exception of the guy who played Shang Tsung and Sonya. So, I have Robin Shou, Lyndon Ashby, Chris Kazmaza, who played Scorpion, and I have the director Paul W.S. Anderson on that Blu-ray, so that is pretty cool. And actually, Chris Kazmaza, who played Scorpion, was actually the stuntman for the Batman Forever movie, and I believe in Batman and Robin as well. He was in the stunt. He was a stunt. So, speaking of which, what did you think of the animated film that came out recently? I heard it's fun. The Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge, I think is what it's called, or I can't remember. Yeah, that's I haven't seen that yet, actually. I haven't checked it out. Hey Cody, did you like Tony Stark? Tony Stark. I don't know why I see Tony Stark up there. And did I like Toy Story, 1995 film? Of course, that is another classic 90s movie. That was the start of the Pixar era. Toy Story is an amazing film, and it always will be. My favorite Toy Story movie, surprisingly, isn't the first one. It's the second one. But I still enjoy all of them equally. So, how did you get your Mortal Kombat Blu-ray signed by the cast and director? Brendan, what movie won? He went to an event and he got my Blu-ray signed. I'll actually grab it. It's over here. Just gotta, you know, come on. Don't you go anywhere. Don't you kids stop being beautiful. Hang on. Let me grab it. Alright, where are you, you little bastard? I know you're over here. Show yourself. Technical difficulties. Give me just a second. Bear with me. Oh, there it is. I was looking on the wrong shelf. Oh, there we go. There it is, right there. Yeah, Brendan helped me get this. He went to an event where the cast was, so that's pretty awesome. Actually, you know, I could flip my camera around and show you guys. Might be a better idea. I hate the lighting in my room. Here we go. So yeah, there it is. Pretty awesome, huh? Set that there for now. Okay, how do I flip the camera around now? There we go. Hey, Freeze, the heat is on. Oh my god, what a roast. Yeah. But, hey, Cody, Toy Story 2, did you like Zurg from the second Toy Story movie? It was a Darth Vader ripoff, but yeah. Toy Story, the ending was Stinky Pete and the Marbles. Yeah. Do you like collecting steelbooks? I have very few steelbooks. And the ones I do have, I have Casper that was released recently because I wanted to get that movie on Blu-ray. I do have the Power Rangers movie, the 2017 one, the steelbook for that. I have Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, I do have some other steelbooks over here. So yeah, anyway, here's Sonic. I got the Sonic one right there. I was trying to think, and now I'm sitting here over here. I do have these right there. Those are nice. Those are beautiful. Those are really beautiful. Like, and I do have them in cases to protect them. And then I have this. I have these. This is a really cool steelbook set right here. This is the Spider-Man Legacy collection here, and these steelbooks. And I love the artwork on them. The artwork on these are crazy. Look at this. Look at those. I love the artwork on that. So that's the Sam Raimi trilogy, and then we have the Mark Webb trilogy right there. So yeah, that's beautiful. I love those. So check out Durant Cinema's channel. I love Durant. Durant's cool. I'm sure Durant may or may not know me through Brendan. Who knows? Because him and Brendan are pretty close as far as I'm aware. So yeah, make me... Look what you're doing to my 4K shelf over here. I'm sitting here pulling everything down. Look how chaotic it is. I have no way of organizing things. And that's probably because I have a lot of stuff. So, there we go. That's actually a really good lighting source right there. Okay, cool. We got this. We got this, fam. There's a Mortal Kombat Annihilation Conquest Legacy Scorpion's Revenge Mortal Kombat. God, that's a lot of words, man. Shit. I have the Legacy Steelbooks too. The Blu-ray versions. Yeah, those are 4K. What's up, Mike? What's up? Thank you guys for joining in. I'm sorry if you guys are really confused by my title. Did you like the Darkwing Duck toys before? I do have something over here that's signed. You guys are probably new to seeing some of this stuff, by the way. I got this. I'm going to take it out. This right here, this is signed by the voice actor that played Darkwing, Jim Cummings, right there. And it's personalized as well. So some of these are some of my favorite autograph things here. Really, really cool. I keep this inside of a plastic case that doesn't fit it very well, but it protects it. It protects it. He attack, but most importantly, he is Darkwing Duck. So we're gonna sit that right there. Did you get a replacement for Animaniacs box set yet? No, I didn't. I thought I was gonna get one, and the guy canceled my order. So when I said in my video I got a replacement, it was at the time that I placed the order, and I won it on eBay for $10, and I thought that was a great deal because I'm just replacing a disc. Guy just didn't want to sell it to me for $10. Did I get a PS5? No, I didn't. Stop. I'm trying to get over it. I didn't. Do you really like Digimon? No, I don't like Digimon at all. I don't. I think it's a Pokemon ripoff. All right, kill me. grab your torches and pitchforks. I'm kidding. I like it. I like Digimon. I like the first season. I haven't really gotten past the first season, so I grew up on the first season. The Digidestined story is probably the most synonymous, and I did like the first movie, you know, after the Angela Anaconda bullshit. But, yeah, that is a TV show you will have to dig deep in your brain to remember, by the way. Angela Anaconda, what a mess you were. We still haven't gotten an apology. Did you hear about Ryan Reynolds' Home Alone remake? I heard something, but there's just a lot of, you know, words. A lot of words. Sorry, I had a phone call. Someone was trying to call me, and I said, nada. I am not. I recommend Sister Sister. It's a great 90s black sitcom. I've watched Sister Sister before. It used to be on Disney Channel when I was younger. I think it was on Disney Channel. It has, what's-his-face, the dad in that played Mike Hamlin in the original It movie. So, and, yeah, I did watch Sister Sister when I was younger. That was a thing. But, yeah. I'm sorry if I'm skipping over any questions, guys. So, if in an emergency you could only take 5 things from your room with you, what would you grab? Well, I would grab my autograph book because I have tons of autographs in there. I got about like 50 autographs, so I would grab that. I would probably grab... Say a lot of this stuff is replaceable, so it's kind of hard for me to say. I would probably grab... You know, this is difficult. I'm not going to lie. If anything, the only thing I would really try to save is my autographs. And that says a lot because those make up a really hard hobby since a lot of those people have passed away recently. And like Stan Lee and Adam West, I have all their autographs, and it'd be hard to re-obtain those without spending tons of money. So it would definitely be my autographs as a choice. Any kind of memories as far as like movie memorabilia that would have to do with my mom, as far as like stuff that we did together, and you know, when it came to stuff like that. But let's see, any SWAT cats in my collection? No, not as of right now. Like, I got a list of things that I'm wanting to review, but I have to have the funds to do so. So that's why I was sitting there kind of like, hey, if you want to donate money to PayPal, feel free to do so. I'll pick these things up on eBay, review them in detail like I did with the Flintmobile here. This is cool. I don't know why people didn't like watching this video. I only got like 50 views on it. This damn thing is a like really cool like historical thing, because I did not know they did toys for the Flintstones movie. Okay, so I picked up the Flintmobile and then the figures in here. So I was able to do a review on that, and I thought you guys would enjoy that. But someone's mentioning Chucky. Yeah. Friend Till the End, gotta grab him too. Yeah, he was from Spirit Halloween. Yeah, I gotta grab Chucky. I guess I would grab Chucky. But I would grab the room signed Blu-ray and PS4 Batman and Robin. What is your favorite show of all time? Favorite show of all time would probably be... Damn, that is difficult. If I say Batman and the animated series, it's just going to make it seem like this is like my favorite thing. It is. It's one of my favorite TV shows. But there are other shows that like are some of them. It's hard to choose. Let me just say it's hard to choose. I like the X-Files. The X-Files is one of my favorite shows to watch. I'm trying to think. I got some favorite sitcoms. Boy Meets World is one of my favorite shows. It's hard to choose. I'm going to be honest with you. That's a hard choice. Do you remember TNBC on Saturday mornings in the 90s? I do remember ABC Family or ABC One Saturday Morning, but I don't think I really watched TNBC It was like a TGIF, things like that. Spirit Halloween is the place to go. That's where I got my Bride of Chucky doll. Yeah, that's where I got this guy. That's where I got him. Chucky was kind of an impulse purchase, to be honest with you. I've always wanted a life-size Chucky doll. And when I was younger, back in like 2008, when I started looking at the ones that were at Spencer's, those things looked hideous. They didn't even look like Chucky. They were very Cabbage Patch looking, a little bit, with a little bit of the detail, like sculpted in like scars and stuff, but it looks so fake. It looks so bootlegish, and I never really had the appeal to it. Do I remember the TGI Fridays? Yes, I do. I remember that. If you heard about Alex Trebek, of course I did. That was a really depressing story to hear about. I actually kind of teared up a little bit because that man was there every night. I watched with my mom. My mom loved watching Jeopardy. And Alex Trebek has been one of those people that's been there for so long on television. The fact that he's no longer on there is like really sad. And it's the way that his fans treated him that makes it even harder to let go. Because there was an episode where a guy he was winning, he had like tons of money, and he sacrificed all but $5 just to say, "We love you, Alex." And he was left with $5, and he lost the game. He sacrificed all the money that he won to say, "I love you" to Alex. And that was just a absolute crazy thing to watch, because you just saw Alex, you know, he couldn't really keep his composure. He started choking up and stuff. He was crying. It was an emotional roller coaster. So you guys, Alex Trebek is one of those losses this year, along with my mother, that just didn't really, you don't take people like that away from you. Same with Sean Connery. Sean Connery, that was a sad thing. I've been watching the James Bond movies like crazy. James Bond movies are amazing, but you know, Sean Connery, when he died, that was crazy. TV show programs for teens had shows like Saved by the Bell, City Guys. I mean, you gotta remember, when I was a kid in the 90s, I wasn't a teenager, so I didn't watch a lot of the ABC One Saturday Morning TNBC stuff. I was still watching Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, Fox Kids, Kids WB, those stuff. Those were the things that I watched. But the teenage sitcoms and stuff like that, I think the only thing I did watch was Boy Meets World. And Home Improvement was on when I was younger, so I watched that with my sister's father, my half-sister's father. We used to watch Home Improvement. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I used to love watching that as well. But I just didn't get into Saved by the Bell. I don't know why. I don't think I ever got really into it. There are some things in the 90s that I didn't get to experience. Favorite Disney Channel TV movie, I answered this earlier, was called True Confessions. If you guys have never watched that movie, go check it out. It's on Disney Plus. It's a great learning tool if you guys want to learn about autism. Shia LaBeouf plays an autistic kid, and his sister is like a documentarian, and she's trying to protect him, and he's bullied. It's actually crazy. That movie uses a very I think it's the only time you'll ever hear the word retard associated in a movie about Disney. That movie is really heartfelt and very, 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 very sad. So if you guys have ever seen True Confessions, that's cool, but go check it out on Disney Plus. Do I like Full House? Okay, I know this is weird coming from someone who did grow up in the 90s. I was aware of Full House. I know my sister used to watch it. I wasn't that big into it. As much as I was sitting there watching a lot of other sitcoms like Home Improvement, and Fresh Prince, and a lot of it was comedic. This was a little too, like, I don't know, Full House just seemed like it was just a little too much as far as, like, it was an unrealistic take on family, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It was funny-ish. I wasn't as big of a fan of Full House. It's actually one of the sitcoms from the 90s that I really am not a big fan of, but, you know. Do you think they'll ever make a 1994 Spider-Man Complete Series DVD? Maybe? I don't know. Will they? Will they ever make a Spider-Man the animated series 1994 DVD? I don't know. I don't know. Is it? Are they? Will they? Who knows? And no, this is not a US release, it's a UK release. But if there's enough demand for it, I'm sure. Eventually. They released X-Men, which, by the way, I do want to get the rest of these. If someone wants to send me something, send me seasons 2 through 5 for this. I'm really pissed that I can't get the rest of this. I could watch it on Disney Plus, but I'm a weirdo. I like to own my shows. They need a Blu-ray release. Of course they do. How good would it look on Blu-ray, though? That's the thing. I am on the spectrum, and I know you are. I'm high functioning, but I have some problems. I do too, man. I just literally uploaded a video explaining what I've been going through the past 7 months. So everybody needs to, I guess, if you want to go back and watch that video, it's more or less me kind of pouring my heart out about the whole thing. So I just uploaded it. I decided to do a live video, just kind of communicate with people. I don't think we got an actual ending for the 1994 Spider-Man series, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did talk to a guy, his name's John Semper Jr. He actually is the writer for the Spider-Man animated series, and he said that he had a lot of endings for the Spider-Man animated series that were never put on camera, or never animated. And they... Obviously, I've never heard, I don't think I've heard exactly what they were, but he did say that eventually the story of Mary Jane was answered because, you know, of course, that whole situation about her being a Hydro clone for Hydro Man was kind of upsetting. But yeah, you want to punch that guy. What guy? What did I do? Why would someone want to punch me? What did I do this time? I lost my mom when I was 11. I am 13 now. Yeah, man, I just lost my mom at 7 months ago. I'm 28 years old. It's not an easy thing to go through. We just have some stupid compilation DVD. Yeah, there's kind of a lot of compilation DVDs for that. The Venom Saga, Spider-Man vs. Daredevil, Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock, Spider-Man vs. Green Goblin. Just a handful of episodes that you're never gonna... Yeah, I mean, well, you're gonna watch them, but it's out of order. You're not watching them in sequence. It is what it is. Avi Red was the reason the Spider-Man the animated series is canceled. Yeah, I heard that. I do know. I do know about that. Avi Red was the reason behind that. I think he was the reason why a lot of stuff was canceled. Like X-Men, I think was canceled, but X-Men also did drop in quality at season 5. But you know, it is what it is. Animation style, everything was just a little ridiculous, but. Wait, didn't Avi Red die recently? I thought he did. I actually liked the first Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't like the second one, though. Is the 60s Spider-Man show now available on DVD? It is. It's been out, but it's out of print. It's been released and re-released, so I wish PS4 played Region 2 DVDs. I have a modded Xbox that plays Region 2 DVDs. That's why I'm able to watch them. But I do actually have a Vudu account. I have the complete Spider-Man series on my Vudu digitally, so I'm able to watch it on the go. I had it before Disney Plus came out, by the way. So, other than that, I'm putting that back on the shelf. Oh, he's not dead yet. Who was involved with Spider-Man? I think it was Laura Ziskin I'm thinking of. She was involved with the Spider-Man movie. She passed away from cancer, but Ozzy and Drex got canceled back in 2004. Episodes 26 in there was third season. Yeah, like I said, I haven't really watched Ozzy and Drex to really know about it. So, someone's asking me if they can see my TV show collection. I did do a video on it, but I have since then been sent fan mail that's been giving me a lot more stuff, but I mean, maybe eventually I'll do another one, who knows. I feel like eventually I'm going to become so big on YouTube, people are going to start sending me packages left and right anyway, so I need to start planning something out. you're heading out again. Beautiful video about everything going on, explaining everything. No matter what, everything will be okay. Prayers up to you for your head up. It's all gonna work out. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for being a subscriber and showing your support, man. I appreciate you guys being here. Really, I do. It's a good thing for me to be able to be on camera and talk to people, because it's, you know, it's not an easy life right now. You guys are kind of a reason why I'm on YouTube a lot, is because I use it as a gateway to be able to try to be happy. But when I turn the camera off, guys, I'm really kind of just a slump and really depressed a lot, trying to find a reason to move on and get, you know, to do something. You know, something as simple as watching a movie isn't easy anymore. So, do you know about the Nickelodeon intros of Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain? I have not. I don't know about that. I wish Spectacular Spider-Man would have gotten introduced Spider-Gwen. That is probably one of the TV shows that I really was pissed off that got canceled way too early, you know? I know a lot of people like to say Firefly, but that cartoon, it had such a great cliffhanger on season 2 in Spectacular Spider-Man. It was such a shame that it ended. But do you guys know why it ended? I'm sure a lot of people do, but it's because at the time the Spectacular Spider-Man was being produced, the writer's strike was going on. And they canceled a lot of TV shows as a direct result, because a lot of people were striking and, you know, threatening to quit their jobs and stuff, and production wasn't going, and that was a direct result of it. So if you guys want to blame anyone, you can blame on the writers who just didn't want to do their damn job. They're sitting there screaming, "Krusty Krab is unfair! Mr. Krabs is in there, standing at the concession, plotting his oppression." Now we have the stupid reboot of what? Spider-Man? What are we talking about? I know they did something else called Ultimate Spider-Man, but I never watched that. I think Spectacular animated series, and this one right here, this is an underrated Spider-Man TV show. If you guys have never watched this was on MTV, and I think it was supposed to be a sequel series to the first movie, because I don't know, it came out in 2003, 2002, and it's a very short-lived series, but it's so good. Such a good show. And it ended on a cliffhanger as well. They never finished the story, so I wish I was alive while the days of Disney's One Saturday Mornings, Fox Kids, and the prime area of Kids WB. You know, I want to tell you guys something. It's interesting that a lot of people have said that in the 90s, those of us who grew up during that era, we had such a great childhood. I absolutely loved growing up in that era. And that I would never change anything about that. That is a great time for me. And I've heard people say nowadays, I'm pretty sure I've heard this more than once, is that there are kids that are younger nowadays that say they're envious of the cartoons that we grew up with, because they get to watch some of this stuff on Netflix now, and other TV shows, of course. But I guess the experience of enjoying it as a child while it was on TV is a different feeling. So I could say that it's, you know, it's fun to be nostalgic about these things, but, you know, you still get access to it. You still get to enjoy it. You can get to, you know, watch it. But, I mean, we still got to watch the commercials that inspired us to collect toys, too. But you also can go on YouTube and watch those as well. So, damn, I've got heartburn. I can't believe it's because of that damn Mountain Dew. I haven't eaten anything yet. What's good, Cody? I hope everything works out. Keep your head up. You're a cool guy, and be safe. And hopefully you don't get a cuckoo roommate. Well, the chances of someone seeing this video and is a subscriber of my channel and they want to sit here and enjoy all this stuff, you know, they'll probably come to me and say, "Hey, I got a room if you want to stay there." And it'll end up being an interesting experience. So, all these damn TV shows people want to watch. I have a library of movies and TV shows, by the way. I've got a popcorn machine. I've got a 4K 65-inch television. I'll eventually be having a PS5. I've got all these movies over here. Yeah, somebody's gonna eventually say, "Hey, come room with me." Just to benefit from having something like this and an experience. So, we'll see. If my roommate's cuckoo, I'm gonna throw some Cocoa Puffs at him. Isn't that what happens? Usually you throw Cocoa Puffs at someone who's cuckoo. I wish I brought Spectacular Spider-Man on Blu-ray. It's now out of print. I saw that actually, but I do have it right here with the slipcover. Look at that slipcover. Ooh. I bought this actually back when, if I remember correctly, it was in 2014. Well, I'm looking to move out of where I am right now into somebody, or like another, like, the point is I can't have a roommate here. I need to move in with somebody myself and take all my shit with me. So, yeah, I can't have someone actually here. This is my aunt's place. I have to move somewhere else. I'm the one doing the moving. You definitely can throw Cocoa Puffs. That does quell the cuckoo, right? I'm pretty sure Cocoa Puffs calms the cuckoo out of somebody. $6.99 is too much. $69.99 is too much. What is $69.99? 69. Let's see. What's something that is out of print? When something is out of print, does that mean it's way expensive? It means that you can't get it in the store anymore, and third parties trying to resell it for a ridiculous amount of money. Like, there is something that I did want to get that was out of print, but out of my price range a while ago, and I've since then recently got it. Was the X-Files complete series. It included the event series, which was technically season 10. And it was like $200, but I was able to get it for $150, which I thought was fine. If you think about it, that's 10 seasons. It's not a bad price. Oh, the Spectacular Spider-Man Blu-ray is, wow. I've actually had a lot of my stuff that I bought recently go out of print, and I think I'm just the king at doing this. Like, the Cat Dog, the complete series, for whatever reason, is out of print as well, and it's like the only Nickelodeon box set that went out of print. I don't know why. I wish there was a Spider-Verse for Spectacular. That would be cool if they do Spider-Verse 2. They have Spectacular Spider-Man and stuff. Let's see. Trying to keep up with the comments, guys. I'm sorry. And eventually I'm going to have to go because I'm at 50% on my phone. So, and I got to go get me something to eat. So, Animaniacs is good. Have you checked? I don't know when we were supposed to. I think we're supposed to be getting the new series on the 20th or the 22nd, somewhere around that, on Hulu. I don't have Hulu, so I won't be able to check it out, unfortunately. But it would be nice. If you could ask Andy Kaufman one question, what would it be? Now, this is a question right here. For those of you guys that do not know, I am like the biggest Andy Kaufman fan. And, you know, I absolutely love his humor, and he's what's inspired me to be the comedic. Is like, I want to be a comedic just like him. I eventually want to get a tattoo of Andy Kaufman with one of his quotes. But if I had to ask him one thing, I mean, I would love to pick his brain a little bit. Like, I really would love to pick his brain, but I don't know how far I can go with it because he's such a complex comedian. He likes to fuck with everybody's head. And if I asked him a question, I feel like it would piss him off. So let's see. I should ask, you want to wrestle? You want to wrestle me? No, I don't know. There would be so many questions I would want to ask Andy. That is a good question. That stumped me. I'm going to be honest, it stumped me. Why am I so underrated? That's a good question. That is... Everybody answer that one. Oh shit, there's Wet Movie. We got Wet Movie right there. If you moved in with me, you would have to do very dirty things to me every day. All right, Brendan. Sold. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm moving in with Wet Movie 1. There you guys go. He's in the comment section, by the way. He's in here talking. So I'm Canadian, so we don't have Hulu, but the reboot is airing on a channel called Teletoon. Okay, that's cool. I might eventually try to check that out. I'm still trying to get my head over on the Andy Kaufman question, because I don't know what I would ask that man. I would probably want to ask him as a question as he's playing Tony Clifton, to be honest with you. You would probably get a lot more out of him as Tony Clifton, to be honest with you. As Andy, I think he's a very calm and composed unless you really piss him off. But Tony, he's always pissed off. So you would want to ask Tony Clifton a question, not Andy. So really the question would be, what would I ask Tony Clifton? I don't know. Andy is very complex to where I just think I would be caught in the spotlight, you know, when I had to ask him a question. So, well, we got Wet Movie 1 in the house, guys. Brendan, I had a few people actually ask me if I planned on ever actually doing a video with you, and I try to keep telling them I did one with you, so I forgot what the video was called. I remember it was like Night in the Life, Health Problems, I think is what it was called. What about Lotka? Would you get a question out of him? I mean, you gotta remember that Andy was not a big fan of being in that show. He was not a big fan of playing in Taxi. He wasn't a big fan of Lotka. He really thought that was a very demeaning job for him as a comedian. So, you know, I would definitely piss Andy off if I asked him a question as, like, to, you know, be Lotka or do Lotka, you know, and that, I think out of a complete respect of the whole thing, I wouldn't be bringing up his career. I would just talk to Andy like a normal person and kind of vibe with him, man, you know? I just think it's just it's just an interesting, he's an interesting person. I feel like I would just vibe with him. Maybe, you know, if we chilled, if he smoked weed or something, I bet it would be pretty fun to watch him smoke some weed. So, yeah, Brendan, are you still at Danny's, or are you at home right now? Brendan had a huge problem last night on live stream. He was on the toilet for about 20 minutes. He's alive, apparently. Yeah, he's good. I'm proud of him for releasing that demon. So, I do like that Brendan actually acknowledged me as a crew member yesterday, though, but for whatever reason, he's not wearing me on his damn shirt. Someone needs to redo that shirt with a picture of me. That was awesome last night. Yeah, Brendan was fucking hilarious yesterday. I didn't get to stay up for the whole thing, but I do know that I caught him right when he was on the toilet, and I was just laughing so hard. Do you want to own the South Park physical? I do want to own the series. They do have the Blu-rays, and I would probably want to own the complete series on Blu-ray, but a lot of those are out of print too, so yeah. He was into transcendental. Yeah, I know. He did a lot of meditation when Andy Kaufman was, you know, really heavy into meditation. As a matter of fact, that's why from what I heard, he was very close with his side of meditation right before he died. So he did a lot of interesting things with his acceptance that he was going to die. But there is still a question whether or not he really did die. Oh, Danny, what's up, my dude? Oh yeah, what movie said Danny is watching with us? And they're butt naked right now. They're butt naked. They're laying on top of each other and they're watching me. So yeah, Lionsgate hook up Cody with the Total Recall Steelbook. Actually, it's funny because I've kind of been bad mouthing Lionsgate a little bit in my videos. When I did my 4K video, when I was doing my collection, I had brought up that they didn't send me the Rambo Steelbook when I requested it. And I had a lot of people asking me if I was going to get it to review it. And I was just like, well, I hope. So in my video, when I did the 4K collection, I was just like, you know, freaking Lionsgate doesn't consider me a valuable source for, you know, having an audience. And I'm just like, oh well, I guess. They gave me the regular 4Ks, but, you know, it would have been cool to get the Steelbook set as a means to review it for you guys, but I kind of, under my breath, kind of really don't care if Lionsgate sends me things, because, you know, Brendan, he doesn't even have to request his shit, apparently. It kind of pisses me off. I've got to sit here and take the time to request them, but it is what it is. What DVDs, Blu-rays would you want the most for Christmas? That's a good question. If I were to ask ask for something for Christmas right now, I would want to get a lot of 4K movies. I want to be able to upgrade my collection, so let me think. Like I said, I want to get the rest of the Star Wars movies. I don't have Rogue One. I don't have the sequels. I do have Rise of Skywalker, but I don't have Force Awakens or The Last Jedi. I don't have Solo, and I don't have Rogue One. I got to get those other 4 to finish that set. I need to get the rest of the Dark Knight trilogy. So I need Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises on 4K. Would love to get the Lord of the Rings collection. That's being released next month. That'd be pretty cool. I'd love to review that for you guys. But that all depends on Warner Brothers. It's just really kind of a depending... I want to get whatever 4K movies are popular. Like, you know, something that would look good on my TV. So... Danny is on top of me right now. He writes good. You guys, What Movie One's in here acting like an idiot, so you guys enjoy that. Hey, Cody, they got Hellboy up. I know, those are ones that are on my list, too. The 4Ks for the Hellboy Guillermo del Toro movies. I do want to get some Disney movies on 4K as well. They just recently released the animated Mulan. Love to get Lion King. There's just a lot of stuff, guys. Toy Story. Probably love to get the Toy Story steelbooks. Those would be... I've got a list. What if there was a machine that converted DVDs to Blu-ray? That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty awesome. I'm waiting for Rogue One 4K to drop in price. $25.99 is too much, yeah. But you got to remember, it's also a new format, and it includes the Blu-ray as well as the 4K. So, I mean, to me, it probably isn't much. It's playing pretty much $10 for the Blu-ray and $10 for the 4K. You got to see it my way. You got to see it the way I see it. Probably for me, the complete series of Game of Thrones for Christmas. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Game of Thrones, but I do have it on Vudu. So, the 4K set I wasn't really that appealed to. So, I need to get the rest of the Marvel movies on 4K. Forgot about that. I'm sitting here looking over here. All I have is the first 2 Avengers, or the Infinity War and Endgame, and then Spider-Man Far From Home. Those are the only Marvel movies I have on 4K. I'd like to get the rest of them on 4K. That'd be nice. I'm not taking anything off not without you paying. Again, Brendan, just like everybody else. You can send money to my PayPal at rangercollector62492@gmail.com. You guys got to pay me if you want to see me strip. Even then, I'll probably get my YouTube video removed. So, who else loved MTV Spider-Man series? I did. I brought it up earlier. It's right there. Love, 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 love this. If you've never seen this, you need to watch it. It's actually very dark in tone. I mean, the end of the cliffhanger, I'm not going to mention the cliffhanger. If you've never seen this damn show, it left off on a cliffhanger so good it pissed you off to know that they never continued this show. And, I'm going to leave it at that. It's really messed up. There's death. There's destruction. There is drama. It is to me, this is one of the best Spider-Man cartoons out there. And it's such a shame that it's such a short-lived series. 13 episodes. So yeah. That's the point of this channel, my dude. It's always me making everybody nostalgic. Always enjoy bringing the nostalgia to people. I'm going to try to... Alright guys, I'm eventually going to have to go within the next 10-15 minutes. So, if you guys have any more questions, shoot them out. Come on, let's speed round this. We'll ask. You can ask any more questions. Anything you guys want to ask, feel free to ask. As long as as long as I can answer it, of course. But, again, Brendan, if you want to see me strip, I said you got to pay me. Dude, I'm not doing it for free. Asshole. Read last what? Let's see. I don't see a message from you, Mike, a read last message. What was it? What Spider-Man series would you want to have? I mean, I pretty much own every single Spider-Man series that I wanted. The animated series, the MTV series, and Spectacular. Those are what I grew up with. I think the only thing that I would want that I don't have is the 60 series, but like I said, that's out of print. But yeah. Oh, what would I want it to be about? I like the idea of them doing like a Spider-Verse TV show where all the animation styles from other past cartoons and maybe the movies and stuff came together, but we had a movie about that, and I don't know, it's maybe a series about the Spider-Verse would be cool. I hate YouTube. You're not seeing most of my comments. Yeah, that shit happens to me too. You're probably talking some dirty shit and YouTube's flagging it. YouTube's got this new algorithm where if you say something stupid that's that's dirty, it's gonna get flagged. Like, I said some shit yesterday about dildos on his channel, and I had to reword it a certain way. Like, he was talking about Black Friday deals. I know you are, Brendan. I know you're talking nasty. He was talking about Black Friday deals, so I said, were there any big black dildos on sale on Black Friday? And YouTube flagged it like every single time until it slipped through the cracks and he was able to actually read it. So yeah, YouTube is really weird right now. Who is it hurting? Like, if people are enjoying the comedy and the humor behind it, who fucking cares, right? When the hell did Andy Kaufman die? He died in 1984. He died a long time ago. Allegedly. Some people think he faked his death. Who knows? No one will ever know. YouTube used to be fun, but now it's just bland. Bland? Yeah, I agree. YouTube kind of took a downward spiral as soon as Google bought it out, and that was back in like 2014, 2015. So, yeah, it's definitely taking a turn for the worst. I think YouTube's eventually going to go down the shitter within the next 5 years, and someone's going to make something a lot better. Who knows? Like, I think a lot of people have been talking about Vimeo, and what was the other one that somebody had brought up? There's another streaming platform, as far as I'm aware, that you can post stuff on. Will you make a Patreon? I don't want to make a Patreon because I can't promise people things. I want to be able to somehow, because people have actually offered to send me things and offered to make money or send me money and stuff, but all I could ever tell them is to do PayPal. And when people ask me if I'll do a Patreon, usually I have to give something in return as far as like a perk. And I don't have any kind of perks as far as that goes. And it usually does end a YouTube channel because people are like, why don't you get a real job, like, type thing. But this is a hobby, and it does cost me money. And I do want to eventually get to the point where people care enough to be able to send stuff. Because people do send me stuff. It's just a couple of people. Matthew Jones and It's Frank, big shout out to you guys. You guys have been sending out a lot of stuff to me. And, I'm able to review a lot of this stuff for you because of them. So people really do turn to my channel for nostalgic purposes, and that's really what I wanted it to be about. But I, always try to help people out. I had to reword the question about Andy because I had an F-bomb and Google bought out YouTube a year after they launched in 2006. Really? I thought they did it much later. For whatever reason, I thought. Someone said my perk should be feet pics. You trust me, you guys don't want to see my feet. I got Fred Flintstone feet. Like, I'm not even joking. I got some pretty messed up feet as a result of, like, walking around barefooted and, helping around here and stuff like that. My feet are cracked. It looks like alligator skin. And, ugh. Like, I'm not even joking. That's not a foot you want to look at. So, yeah. Alright, guys, I'm going to go in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and I'm going to go. So if you guys want to go ask more questions, we'll do that. And maybe at some point next weekend I'll do another live stream. Where did I get the Chucky doll? I got it at Spirit Halloween this past October. I bought that. I think they sold out of him pretty quickly too. He was only, with the 25% off coupon, I paid $70 for it. Which is better, the 90s Spider-Man or 90s Batman? I'm sorry, I know that's a really controversial topic, but the Batman, the difference between the Spider-Man animated series and Batman animated series is Batman actually had, and it was an appeal to both adults and kids. It was dark. It actually kept an audience outside of kids. And I like the dramatic and darker toned. I like the animation style, which was groundbreaking. Spider-Man implemented some CG city shots and stuff, but I still think Batman the Animated Series is better in a lot of ways. And, that's why I would choose it. But I will always hold Spider-Man near and dear to me. I think, and I think Batman the Animated Series even outdoes X-Men. A lot of people love X-Men, but I still think Batman the Animated Series did it differently. Where even though X-Men did try to do some similar things like the story of prejudice, the darker tones, the death scenes, everything in that show was dark, but it still had that lighthearted comic book feel. Batman the Animated Series tried to do it differently. And the storytelling and everything about it was just a huge separation from those two shows for me. So, what was your favorite season of Power Rangers? Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. I've never really had a definitive answer for that, but Lightspeed Rescue was my favorite for, my favorite Ranger in the show was the Titanium Ranger, and I just enjoyed it. So, do you like Last Action Hero? Yeah, I do like it. It's an interesting movie, to say the least, but I do have it over here on Blu-ray. Zanda Naturals pumice stones for feet. I've heard some people tell me to get some pumice stones. I actually feel like it's pretty far beyond me using pumice stones. I'm probably gonna have to have surgery at some point. I have overlapping dead skin, so I'll have to eventually get into. I'm not gonna show that off. Trust me. I'll get flagged for something. Who knows? Offensive material. By the way, I had a video that was flagged. That video I did bitching and moaning about the PS5 pre-orders. It was a joke and someone got offended by it. So, the world we live in. Alright guys, I'm probably going to go ahead and go. My stomach is growling. I'm trying my hardest not to eat as much as I want to. But, depression. I always try to fill a void somehow and I'm hungry, but I don't want to overdo it. Oh, I'm good, Isaiah. I'm good. It sucks that you kind of dropped in here a little late, but I'm fixing to go. I'll be here next weekend, I promise. But like I said, if you guys want to donate to my YouTube channel, or go to my PayPal, donate to my PayPal, it's rangercollector62492 at gmail.com. That again is rangercollector62492 at gmail.com. And you donate whatever you want, a penny, $1, I don't give a shit. It contributes to the channel. I'm able to put it aside for me to get some stuff for me to review for you guys and be informative about. Doesn't matter. So yeah. But guys, I will be back with more videos soon. I'll try to do a live stream next weekend, keep up with you guys. But thanks for watching, guys.